Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Off Grid Cooking with Troy. And Felix the cat. I don't know if you can see him in the corner right there. He's always got to say hi through the steps. Tonight we're going to have a nice, healthy homestead meal. This is, I've already got some tomatoes cut on the side here. I got myself some mozzarella cheese. This is the only thing that is not from my garden. I got some mozzarella cheese to go with my big fat beefsteak tomatoes right out of my garden. This is a late garden harvest that I'm using tonight. Alright? So I've got a healthy homestead garden harvest meal tonight. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm working on the mozzarella and tomatoes. So let me change the camera angle here. Alright, I got some nice mozzarella cheese here. I couldn't find the round stuff. I was hoping to find round stuff and then slice it and place it right on there neat and pretty, but well, we take what we can get. I did sharpen my knife in the meantime, so it is cutting better. So, get this opened up. And slice off some mozzarella cheese for my tomatoes. This is going to be so nice. Nothing better than fresh tomatoes and mozzarella cheese with your dinner. So I'm going to have a bit of a stir fry tonight. And this is just garden harvest. I have a very late producing garden this year. It was brutally hot this summer. And I am a massive cheese lover, so you'll see that I'm using a lot of cheese, by the way. Anyway, it was a really bad hot summer, so I don't know why, but everything's growing very well now. These are massive, thick, beefy tomatoes. So I'm going to cut this over the, well, it's going to be sloppy. See if we can cut this over the plate. I don't want too much of a mess on my cutting board. It'll run off. Big, juicy, solid, thick tomatoes. Really good meaty tomatoes. I'm going to save some of the seeds from these for next year. Beautiful tomatoes. Really good, meaty. I'll show you that in a minute. Wow, that's thick. That's a meal. Let me zoom up here for you. Look at those tomatoes. Look at how thick those things are. That is amazing, meaty tomatoes. Really good. So I can't believe that comes out of my own garden. Quite amazing. I use the word amazing a lot, I know, but I find life amazing. Every day is amazing. Alright, don't want to go too much overboard on the cheese. So there's the mozzarella cheese. Now I'm going to probably just shoot some vinegar on there or something for some flavor, if I can find it. So we'll be back in a minute with the Homestead Garden Stir Fry. Hi everybody, we're back again. I have stripped some onions naked and a piece of garlic here to prepare for my fresh stir fry. Now this, I'm not sure, I don't remember if these were hot or what these were, so I've got to be very careful with that pepper. Zucchini is straight out of my garden. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but hey, it's late season and I'm happy to have anything this time of the year. That knife is cutting nice today. Somebody told me in the other video I should sharpen my knife, and sure enough, yeah, sorry, I need to stand sideways when I work on the camera and talk to you. I see that my hand does block the view. Now I'm going to half the larger pieces of zucchini here. Alright. And I'm going to cut right down to the tip of that. Fresh, right out of the garden. We do have a freeze warning, so I went out and surprisingly my zucchini and summer squash are producing fruit, which I was well, totally surprised about, because this is mid-October and most gardens are dead right now, but because of the brutally hot summer we had, my garden is only just now really starting to bear fruit. And most of you all know that summer squash is a springtime food. It's early summer to late spring is when that's usually ready. So I'm going to pop some oil in the pan here, get it heating up as I continue preparing this. I'm going to throw that zucchini right in there though, so it's out of my way. Cooking with gas. I don't have the pilot light on. I am off the grid, as many of you know. So I do use propane because propane cooks nice and fast, and I love propane. But I don't have the pilot light on because I am conserving my fuel that way. I know it's not much, but still, it's also safer. There's no ignition source. Actually, this was an electronic ignition stove that I got recycled for my tiny house on wheels. I got this off the internet from the classified ads. It is a Thermador, very expensive designer stove in its day, but yeah, it's seen its prime, but it's going to serve me well. Alright, I want to pop that zucchini in there. So it's quite a treat to have this out of my own garden this late in the year, I would say. Just nothing special, no rice or anything tonight with that. We're just going to have the mozzarella tomatoes right out of my garden and the zucchini stir fry. We'll chop up some onions here. Let me see. Sorry, I'm blocking you again, I know. Gotta remember to cut by the camera. What I'm going to have to do if I'm going to continue this homestead cooking series, I'll just have to set up the camera above the counter and work like the pros, huh? That way you guys can always see what I'm doing. I do like my onions finer chopped. I do like to chop them finer because then they're not as strong tasting and they cook faster that way. While I'm cutting them up here, I'll tell you a little bit of a testimony. I do believe in healing miracles, and I haven't ever mentioned this publicly before, but I used to be allergic to onions. I hated onions with a passion. I couldn't stand the smell, the flavor, the texture. I hated them. I hated them bad. And a friend of mine in church one day, we were driving down the road, and this was in Germany years ago. He said one day, hey, you know, onions are healthy and good for you. He said, why don't I pray that you're not allergic to onions anymore? And I just sat there quietly grumbling in my mind thinking, blah, I hate the taste, I hate the texture, I hate the smell, I hate everything about it. Why would I want to have it so I'm not allergic to them anymore? And I thought, well, you know what? Wait a minute. God can do miracles and make this thing happen. I said, okay, check it out. I'll tell you what, if you're going to pray that I'm not allergic to onions anymore, then you pray that I'll like them. So he did. I went out that night and I had a Turkish pizza loaded with onions. This was a risk. You know, it was quite a test, and I loved them. And I've been eating them ever since in my own food. So we got the onions in there, we got the zucchini cooking up. I'm going to turn down the heat a little. I love my cast iron cookware. Alright, now the mystery pepper. I don't know what this tastes like. I don't know what this is, to be honest. I just picked it out of my garden. It was on discount over in the plant section in spring. When I bought it, I bought the plants, and well, we'll find out. Let me take a tiny little taste and see what this is like. If it's hot or not, I don't know. No, it's not killing me. I take a little bit bigger taste. No idea what these are. I'm sure somebody out there recognizes these and can tell me, but hey, I don't know. I'm going to save some of those seeds for later. Oh yeah, it's a fine tasting pepper. Very nice. Lots of good vitamins there. Right out of my garden. Picked fresh. Some more seeds. Nice tasting pepper. Chickens were getting loose this year and scratching my garden, so I lost the labels. So, it's a mystery pepper. If it was hot, I would know right now because I got a cut on my finger. Alright, put them on there on a paper towel. Pop them in there. Alright. Bring the camera back. Let me stir that up a minute. Oh, those onions are burning my eyes. They're cooking. They're cooking. That looks like a healthy meal. Look at that going. Alright, we got some tomatoes over here with some vinegar and mozzarella marinating. I'll put some salt and pepper on top. Got this over here. I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to put in some, just a little bit of soy sauce for flavor. And some salt and pepper, and that's going to be it. Very simple meal. Very pure and plain and healthy. We'll let that cook a bit, and we'll come back in a little bit. Alright, we'll throw a little bit of salt on there. I like a lot of salt, so forgive me. I'm still alive, so I must be doing something right. I'm not sure, but a little bit of pepper on there. Just a little bit of hot pepper there. And a little bit of salt on the tomatoes while I'm at it. Let that marinate in its juices. It's cooking up nice. A stir fry is great. Seriously, it's a very quick way to cook your meal. 5-10 minutes plus preparation time, you're done. Healthy, natural. It's going to be a good night tonight. I'm going to cook that zucchini and those onions down. I'll be back in a few minutes. Looking good. I threw in some soy sauce in the meantime here just to give it some flavor, some color, and help it cook quicker. Just about one more minute, 30 seconds to a minute here. We're going to be done. This is looking good. Look at that. Yeah, just about done. Back in a minute, guys. Well, there we have it, everybody. There's dinner. Fresh garden tomatoes, and fresh zucchini and onions and garlic and peppers. Most of this right out of my own garden. Looks good. Hi, everybody. Well, dinner is ready. Let's try this out. I want to try the tomatoes first. They have been tantalizing me here. Figure out which hand I want to use here. Forgive me for the confusion. So, let me see. Oh, my mouth is watering looking at that tomato. Oh, that looks nice. Mozzarella and tomato. Tomato fresh from my own garden. That is a good looking tomato. Really good. Really amazing. Now we got the fresh garden harvest stir fry. Zucchini here and onions and everything and garlic. A little bit of soy sauce and some salt and pepper. Wow. It's perfect. This is awesome, really. This is really amazing. I can't believe it. Well, I'm going to enjoy my dinner in peace. Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Talk to you all later.